What is up guys, Cardog here, and today I'm here with another Pokemon TCG Pocket video. Today we'll be doing a Greninja deck profile. So the Greninja deck is mainly used with the Articuno in my build just because Articuno is good for adding splash damage all around, and Greninja is there just to pick off some other Pokemon that either return back to the bench, or if you have a Pokemon on the active spot that you can knock out with 20 damage and you want to push out a new Pokemon that you can do 80 damage to with later. So let's get right into the deck profile. So we're running 2-2 of all of the Froakie line. So you can see I'm just running 2 of everything here. And we're running 2 of the Articunos. So that is all the Pokemon we're running. We want to run less Pokemon in the deck. We're cutting off all the fat just because anything extra that you run is an extra target for the Pokeball, which is not always a good thing, just because you're not able to hit into your combo pieces as fast. So there is that. Let's all go on to the items. So we're running 2 of the potions, 2 of the X speed, 2 Pokeballs, and for the trainers we're running 2 Professor Research, 2 Misties, and 2 Giovannis. So that is the main deck. The deck is pretty smooth. Sometimes you might not always get the line going, but for the most part it's good enough. And you almost always want to open with the Articuno as just some more bulk, and you want to have Froakie on the bench so that you can just going up into the Greninja as fast as possible. So let's go over some demo games, and then we'll do a conclusion afterwards. Alright, so let's start off with a Pikachu match. So Pikachu is one of the more meta relevant decks right now, and you know, you're going to see it a lot. You're going to see a lot of Mewtwo's, you're going to see a lot of Pikachus, you're going to see a lot of Starmie, Articunos. So we're going to play against a Pikachu, and Pikachu does have type advantage against us, so usually it's a little bit harder to play around. And our starting hand right now is not great, so hopefully we want to get a Pokeball or a Professor's Research to, you know, get a better hand later. But it looks like their opening isn't that great either. They're opening with a Zapdos and a Electabuzz, so no Pikachus in sight. And that's one of the problems with the Pikachu deck. They're running a lot of basics, so even when you use Pokeball, you're not always going to hit into your main attackers. But hopefully they get their attackers with Professor's Research. Alright, so it doesn't look like they got anything useful. But we top decked into a Professor's Research, which is good. And hopefully we get something good. We got a Frogadier, and we also got Articuno. So looking pretty good. We're looking pretty good. So we're just going to keep charging up our Articuno, and then our Frogadier, or our Froakie will in the back will evolve into a Frogadier next turn, and then hopefully we'll also get our Greninja. And the Froakie in the front will just take some hits. So they are planning to charge the Zapdos. I probably wouldn't have done that if I were him. Just because getting the energy onto the Pikachu might be more beneficial, just because he can two-shot or one-shot everything in this deck. So we do have 2 energy on our Articuno now, and we are going to use the X speed on the Froakie just to evade another peck from Zapdos. So we hope we have the Articuno, and we're going to Ice Wing it. And it'll be down to 90 HP, so it will be in kill range if we have the Giovanni. But I think in this spot we'd rather get the Greninja. So if we have the Greninja, we can also do a Water Shuriken on that, and then also do Blizzard, which will also take it out. So let's see what they can do. See, in this spot, if... Oh, okay, all right, they are going with the Thundering Hurricane. So next turn they'll be able to do Thundering Hurricane. Yeah, I think that's a misplay on their part. All right, so we are going to use the Pokeball and grab our last basic Pokemon in the deck. Get the Articuno, and we're gonna charge up. I'm not sure why I did that. I probably should have used the energy on the active Articuno so I can Blizzard, but that's because we don't have Greninja or the Blizzard or Greninja in hand. Maybe we should have used a potion just because they'll need to have flip 3. No, actually, no, it didn't make a difference. Yeah, 2 heads would kill this Articuno. Right. I'm guessing they should regret their decision not to charge up the Pikachu now, just because our Articuno would have been dead. But now it's either gonna have to commit to the Thundering Hurricane, or it's gonna just use Peck again. But now, since he already charged it with another one, yeah. All right, so they are gonna add the 3rd energy on, and we're gonna pray that it doesn't KO us. So that's first heads, that's not good. Tails, tails, tails. All right, so our Articuno will live to see another day. That's great. It's living with 20 HP. And we are going to miss our benched Articuno. Of course it's going to miss. Of course. Alright, so we're just going to commit onto the Articuno and just go Blizzard onto their Zapdos. Just because it is going to knock them out. And their Pikachu has no energy on it right now. So it's going to have to live. We're going to be able to live for another turn. So definitely a misplay on their part on not charging that Pikachu. I think it would have been game, I think, if he committed to the Pikachu instead of the Zapdos. Right, so Pikachu's out. We have 2 turns, or we have 1 turn after this to find a way to take it out. And they are getting some combo pieces now with Professor's Research. Alright, they have their 2nd Pikachu EX. Alright. They're probably regretting some of their decisions right now, but that is fine for us. So charging the new Pikachu, which is interesting. I'm guessing they're just using this Pikachu as a meat shield before they can turn their other Pikachu online. But the good thing is, even if he does put the new Pikachu back in bench, we are able to snipe it once we top deck our Greninja. And we can keep building up our Articuno. So it's pretty safe to say our Articuno is dead next round, but that's okay. We're still going to be tied with 2 points. I should have used the Giovanni so it puts the Pikachu at 20, and then we can just go for game if we top deck the Greninja. So there's a little bit of misplay on my part. What is he doing? So he doesn't have X speed. All right, so this Articuno is cooking. But then again, we have Blizzard. Oh, okay, doesn't really make that much difference. So we do have Blizzard that does 10 damage to the Pikachu, and then we can do 20 with the Greninja if we top deck it. So all we need is to draw the Greninja. There we go. It's game. GG. So we're gonna evolve into the Greninja. Water Shuriken it. And then we can do the last 10 with the Articuno. And that's game. So that's one of the main ways you're going to use the Greninja. You're just going to use it to snipe off benched Pokemon. And with the splash damage from the Articuno, you're going to be able to do a lot of damage to bench. So they can't escape. Alright, so next up we have a bit of a shorter match. This is against a Starmie Articuno deck, so it is another meta-relevant deck. And our opening hand isn't too strong, so we are starting off with a Froakie, but we do have the Pokeball as well as the Professor Oak in hand. So hopefully that will help us unbrick. And we do have the Greninja for our end piece, so it's not too bad. So now they are using a Misty, and they did get the heads, one head. And they are using it to charge the Articuno. I'm guessing they don't have the Starmie in hand. Alright, so we're going to use the Pokeball. We get another Froakie. And we're going to use the Power Soak and hopefully get an Articuno. Right, we got another Professor, and we also got a Articuno. So we're pretty set right now. We're pretty set. We're just going to keep charging up our Articuno for a bit. And we have a Froakie for block. If they had a Starmie, they would have knocked out the Froakie this turn, but thankfully they don't. Alright. So we're going to push out the Articuno. I think you could have waited a turn, but I could have waited a turn. But we're just going to push out because they're not going to be ready just yet, and their Articuno is also not ready. So I think damage output wise, we're pretty similar. So he's gonna give it extra energy. If we push it out this turn, he can do some damage, but I'm guessing they don't have the X speed. Alright, so I'm gonna use the Professors. So I'm using the Professor here so we can dig through a deck and grab another evolution piece, which we did. If you want to just try out knock out the Starmie, you can with a Giovanni instead. But if they retreat the Starmie and if they can't retreat the Staryu and they're going to go into Starmie next turn, that's a little bit bad for us. But right now they don't have the Starmie, so we're banking on the fact that they're going to retreat the Starmie, and we're just going to deal 10 to it with our Blizzard. So they have the Articuno, and I'm not sure why they didn't just give the third energy to the other Articuno. A little bit of a weird play there. So we do have the second Greninja coming up next turn if we draw into it, but we do have the Blizzard, and we do have the Water Shuriken that we can just knock out the Staryu. So that's 1 point there, and next turn they're not going to be able to do much. They can Blizzard us, but we're going to Blizzard them first, so that's more damage to them. So we're going to go with the Giovanni here. I don't think it matters too much, but might as well use it since we have it. So just deal 9 to it, so it's down to 50 HP. And if they retreat here, we can still kind of just snipe it down. They just conceded. So yeah, it's GG. That's kind of how you manipulate using the Greninja. You can use it to either knock out their bench, or you can use it to just kill their active. So very good. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. This is my version of deck. If people are asking, usually why I'm not running that many basics, like we're running 4 basics in this deck, it's because, first of all, in this game, unlike the actual TCG, the game will always give you a basic. So you want to use that to maximize your chance of getting your ideal starter, which is like our Articuno in this deck. And same with the Pokeball. The more basics you add, the less chance you get to go into your actual important cards. So using that, we're just manipulating the RNG with decreasing the chances that we hit. So right now we have a 50% chance to open with Articuno or Froakie. If you add something else that's not the ideal card, you're going to decrease the chances of hitting those. And the trainer slots are pretty flexible. If you want to run Sabrina, you can replace Giovanni and run Sabrina. I definitely recommend just keeping the 2 Professor's Research and keeping the Misties, because they really help speed up the deck when it works and when it works. Misty is, I think, one of the best trainers in the game. If you hit at least one head, she's like the best card ever. If you miss, she's like the worst card ever. But that's part of the game for you. This game, coin flips are important. So yeah, but that's pretty much it for this deck, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. But yeah, this is the Greninja Articuno deck. Let me know what you guys think, and what else do you guys recommend pairing Greninja with. But this is Karataku, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! But that's pretty much it for this deck, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys want to see more Digimon content, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, if you want to support the channel, feel free to use the affiliate links down below. But this is Karataku, and I will see you guys next time.